If we think about innovation, it's now the driving force behind economic growth, but there are so many different kinds of innovation and innovative sectors in the economy. For example, we can think about pharmaceutical, medical devices, semiconductors, consumer electronics, and so on and so forth. Every economic sector is benefiting from innovation. But we have only limited resources in the economy to put into R&D to put into R&D activities. And as a result, if we actually have extra, let's say $1 billion to support innovative sectors, how should we allocate the money to obtain better growth for the economy and benefit the people around us? This is actually a fairly complicated problem. We want to think about the long-term ripple effect created by allocating more resources in the economy as well. We have different economic sectors which would have a direct benefit to the different people that are using consumer goods and so on. But at the same time, different innovative sectors also have a ripple effect across different downstream sectors. For example, if we have innovation in semiconductors that not only benefit semiconductor itself, but also will give us future better TVs, better cell phones, better cars, and so on and so forth. What we want to do in this paper is to develop a toolkit for us to think about this problem formally. We develop a model which incorporates all those features about the direct effect of allocating more resources to a sector, as well as the long-term ripple effect coming from allocating resources to an economy. And then we aggregate them up in an economically rigorous way. And through this research, we will be able to derive, for any policymaker looking at the problem, how should they allocate their R&D resources in a corporation, in an economy, or even around the world. In the theoretical part of the paper, we derive what's the optimal R&D allocation should be like, and then we compared this optimal R&D allocation with the real R&D allocation across the world in a real economy. And then one thing that we took away is, like, on average, we're doing actually just fine, but there's still a huge amount of room for us to improve for any country in the world. And then imagine that we are already kind of devoting so much resources in R&D and in innovation and in entrepreneurship and so on. Imagine if we actually know a potential better direction to allocate them, to put the money in the right places, in an even more right place. Imagine how much power we can actually unleash and how much talent we can unleash to actually allow the economy to grow even faster. I think that's kind of the hope that we can get from our paper.